When we are talking about fractions, there's lots of language that students often get stuck with. So I'm going to try to share with you today the basic language of fractions. So the first word we're going to look at is numerator. And what the numerator is basically the top number in a fraction. It tells how many parts we're looking at. So in this picture, we're looking at 3 parts out of the possible 4 parts. When we're talking about denominator, the denominator is actually the bottom number in a fraction. And it tells how many parts there are in the whole. So this time it tells us that there are 4 parts in one whole. Equivalent fractions are 2 or more fractions that are equal. They show the same amount of the whole. So these 3 fractions are all equivalent. They are the exact same amount of the whole, just the whole is divided into different sections or different sizes. So for example, this whole is divided into halves, this whole into quarters, and this whole into eighths. All of them show half colored in, whether it's 1/2, 2/4, or 4/8. Proper fractions are when the numerator is less than the denominator. So for example, for this fraction, there are 3 parts out of the possible 8 parts, so this is a proper fraction. Improper fractions are different. This time the numerator is greater than the denominator. So for this fraction, what's shown are 5 quarters. 5 parts are colored in, and the whole is divided into quarters. The final kind are mixed numbers, and these include a whole number and a fraction. So for example, this picture below shows 2 wholes colored in and 1/3 of the next one, of the next whole. So you write it as a 2 and then 1/3. The third here, or the denominator here, tells you how much the wholes have been divided into.